In today's video, we're going to take these homemade yet tiny peanut butter cookies and transform them into tiny peanut butter ice cream sandwiches. So the first thing you want to do is take your peanut butter and mix it up a little bit to get it soft. Then we're going to add a little bit of salt and mix it well. Now we're going to add the sugar, but this time when we mix it, we're just going to mix it until it's blended. Be sure not to overmix at this point. See how thick the dough is? That's exactly how you want it. Now we're going to add the dry egg. So even after adding the egg, see how thick the consistency is? We want to keep it that way. But we're going to add just a drop of water, just so it's a little more smooth and dissolves that egg and that sugar a little bit. You know you have the right consistency if you can take the dough and roll it between your fingers or the palm of your hand and make a tiny little ball like that. Typically you can get about 12 cookies out of this recipe, but today we're not going to get that many because we're going to make them slightly larger for our ice cream sandwiches. Pro tip, don't put too much vegetable spray on your pan. Take a small fork and make your little crisscross in the top of each peanut butter cookie. Perfect. Now they can go into a 350-degree oven or an easy bake oven. And today we're using the easy bake. Put your cookies into the easy bake and set your timer for 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Then push the cookie tray from the baking chamber to the cooling chamber and let it sit for 1 minute. After a minute in the cooling chamber, remove the pan of cookies from the easy bake oven. In this first tray of cookies, I kind of went a little overboard with the vegetable spray, and it caused my cookies to kind of spread out a little more than I liked. But I'm okay with that because I'm going to turn them into ice cream sandwiches. I like how these cookies are a little bit larger than we typically make with this recipe, but we wanted a bigger cookie to be able to put a good dollop of ice cream on there. And I also like that the cookies are soft, so when we press down on the ice cream, the cookie shouldn't break. So in the second batch, I'm going to go a lot lighter on the vegetable spray and see if they turn out a little better. So it looks like we got 7 large cookies out of this recipe. So that will give me 3 ice cream sandwiches and 1 extra cookie for a snack. Next, we're going to bake this tray of cookies just like we did the first pan in our Easy Bake Oven. Same temperature, same process. See how much better these came out? I really think you can overdo it with the vegetable spray, so go light on it so your cookies won't run. I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can add the ice cream. So if you have a little pan of ice cream that you've frozen ahead of time and a round cookie cutter, you can get a nice crisp look with the ice cream. But if you buy a really expensive ice cream that melts quickly, this is just pure frustration. This particular brand of ice cream just wouldn't stay very solid for very long. The next way is probably the simplest. Put a cookie down, put a little bit of ice cream there, and then put your top cookie on and place it back in the freezer. Here I just used a straight edge to just neaten it up a little bit, and then I put it back in the freezer. I found that if you use something like this little spatula that I have here, or a spoon to apply pressure, that your cookies are less likely to crack because the pressure is more evenly distributed. I put all of the ice cream sandwiches in the freezer and got my sprinkles out. Once they had set, I got the ice cream sandwiches out and started applying sprinkles. By now you're probably thinking, you know what, that's a lot of work for 3 little ice cream sandwiches, but it is so much fun. And what you don't know is my 3 little grandkids were standing there just waiting until it was done. This isn't just about tiny cooking, it's about spending time together as a family. Putting on the final touches and getting ready to serve up some tiny ice cream sandwiches. And as we say at MITTY'S Mini Cooking, spending time together never tasted so good. Be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Lots of neat stuff coming up. You won't want to miss it.